Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time of the week again where I get to go through my weekly recap of anime for you lovely people. This week is a bit of a shorter one because we only had count them, seven things that got above an 8. And I refuse to talk about my 7s. So we're going to kick things off with our number 7, Twisted Wonderland. This only got an 8 even, only thing that did this week. But this show does fighting so fucking well, especially in a predominantly magical system. Just being able to have, and yes, this is the Twisted Wonderland that came out yesterday, not last week, but having a system where it is all about the imagination and being able to visualize what you want to happen is such a good magic system. Because we get one guy makes wind, one makes fire, and if they can imagine a fire tornado, it makes a fire tornado. And also, we have a guy that can just drop cauldrons from thin air, which is absolutely sick. Though I've got to say, the thing that they're fighting, which I'm still not entirely sure what it's meant to be, it reminds me a lot of a gumball machine. It is terrifying for a kids show. Like, I know this is definitely not a kids show, but scared the hell out of my kid. Say what you want about me as a parent because of that, but scared the hell out of him. Also, I love the fact that before they go into the mine to find this stone, we have them stop in at a cozy little dwarf-sized cottage with 7 seats at the table. And I love the little things in this show. Just it's that right there with. It would have been great if they like changed the animation style for the background for it and just had like anime characters walking through a watercolor world. It would have been really off-putting, but it still would have been cool to see. In our number 6 slot, speaking of things that are off-putting, Kenosha. So we had a man that wants to be a cat. And it is the freakiest shit ever. Because he always has a cat around his neck. And then you see them on the treadmill. And the cat body is now over there. But the cat head is still here. And there's a tube connecting to his neck. To the cat body. Because he wants to transfer his consciousness into the cat body. And this is his way of getting in sync with it, or something to that effect. It was really, really weird. We also got to see a girl who cannot be touched because she's covered in a mucus or a fungus or something like that that keeps her from dying on her homeworld. But you need to be acclimatized to it. And if you're not, it will just kill you. I believe it specifically is meant to eat you. And he is so bad it would almost be worth it. This show is really good for that though. There are so many options for everyone has an option. We have the androgynous, we have the extremely effeminate, we have the buff dudes. We got something for everyone. Yeah, I believe we ended with a early victory in this one because we got one of the Genoshans and then they confronted Catboy and froze him as well. It's an interesting little thing to add to it that, hey, if we can confront them and get them to admit that they're a Genoshan, we can just be good with the world. That's excellent. But on the flip side, if you want people that are not good with the world, we got Gachiakura for you. Jesus, this episode was excellent. We got to see, this is episode, I believe, 17, but we got to see Rio go fucking ballistic. And ballistic is the right term for it because she pulled out a fucking Glock. Because, hey, if all fails, Crystal's still gonna hit this girl that can electrify her hair. She's just agreed to not kill anyone, so I'm just going to pop you twice in the torso. But no, it's okay. I'm obviously avoiding major organs. Jabba was not so lucky. He got popped, I think, 8 times. Starting with the side of the leg, and while he was on the ground, just 7 shots in the chest and shoulders. But it's okay. He's too stubborn to die. Which, outside of anime logic, is just bullshit. But yeah, this was genuinely some of the best fight choreography I think I've seen in a long time. It's just so fucking excellent. We also got to see our main boy just get dumped right in front of the heart of this trash beast. Pardon me, sorry. And the boots from the crazy mind control girl getting slotted into it with all the other things. It also turns out that this head of the organization is also he has another one of that set. So there's the boots, there's his cloak, and there's the main character's gloves. And I kind of want to see the main character just beat the shit out of him, and then take the cloak and boots. I want to know what happens when you get a set together. I am so tempted to start reading this manga just because I'm impatient as shit. Speaking of being impatient as shit, we have... Oh, that was the wrong button. We have Utari-kun. Utari-kun this week, we got to see them go on a school trip. Love the school trip. Blondie has fucked off to another school, but coincidentally, our school trip has changed where it's going. So instead of going to Kyoto, we're going to Okinawa, which just happens to be where Blondie's new school is going on their class trip. Because Glasses is orchestrating the whole thing, because he wants Blondie to end up with the main character. Yeah, it was literally just an entire episode of, hey, we're going to just miss Blondie, and we're going to have our main girl trying to get our main guy to avoid running into her. Kind of shitty behavior, but also, fuck, I love a good class trip. We're seeing people going to famous locations. We're seeing these two rekindle their relationship, but in a much healthier way. It's like they went proper high school with it. They just rushed straight in, and now they're friends. They're just trying to get to know each other. He realized they didn't even know each other's birthdays. Which, fuck, even I'm good enough to remember that one. Yeah. I'll be honest, everything from here up was at 8.1. They were all just good enough to make the cut. Next up, we have an 8.2, which is Chitose. This week, we have this girl in particular, that way, telling our main character, hey, can you pretend to be my boyfriend? I'm pretty sure I've got stalkers. And if you're a perfect boyfriend, they'll back off. That's not how stalkers work, for the record. If you have a stalker and you get somebody to pretend you have a boyfriend, that guy's probably going to get stabbed. Just saying. But it turns out that some people from another school were actually stalking her, confronted the main guy, and he basically got in their faces about it. Oh, sorry. They got in his face. But it was kind of I'm baiting you to get in my face so we can have this and I'll be off scot-free. And the only reason he didn't get his shit kicked in is because 2 of his mates showed up. Fuck the animation. This is excellent for a slice of life rom-com-y thing. Outside of that, I'm so sorry, it's so late. Outside of that, there's not too much that happened. We get to see flirting. We get to see the other girls in his life getting jealous. And him talking about people being tropes. Because, hey, we needed more evidence that he was autistic as shit. In our number 2 slot, we have solo camping. Solo camping is excellent. We got to see solo camping for 3. and the weirdness that comes from that. Because this bike camping girl wants to make things uncomfortable for them and does a great job of it. Because she just kind of pushes at them, hey, she's interesting again. That's a given. And if she pushes them the right way, they're gonna not want to be around each other. And if she pushes them the other way, that's fun for her. But we got to see more things of Gen slowly learning about what he wants to be in his park. We got to see more food and more explanation for how you have to work around everything being a cook. I also learnt from this episode that if you want to get extra flavor from or into mushrooms, you freeze them because it opens them up more. And yeah, he gets extra points just for teaching me that. Our number one slot for the week, though, it's Xander. Xander's fucking excellent. I love the fact that we have such a creepy old man as a bad guy. I love the fact that Xander actually has clothes now, and the old man can whoop Xander's ass at this point. Also, his friends have enough faith in him to just pass the fuck out while this giant fight's happening. But more than anything in this show, I love the fact that we have this old shrew of a woman just coming in and whooping the old man's ass. She's apparently the next step up from him. She's the director of the school, or the owner of the school, or some bullshit like that. And she is my new favorite character in this show. But that's going to do it for this week. Let me know down below what your favorite show is coming out at the moment, and tell me why it's sent.